Sai, as a founder of Thicket Tales, you've navigated through various challenges in building your organizations, I'm sure. What lessons have you learned along the way, and how have they informed your views for empowering educators and learners? I'd love to know.
That's a beautiful question. Maybe I'll tell it in two parts, one on programmatic level and another on organizational level. So like Mrunali was telling, we are not here as an alternative to school.
Sure.
We are here to complement the school itself.
You've done that really well.
Yeah, thank you. So the whole thing when we designed or still design the programs is that in this fast changing world, there's nobody who can tell this is going to be the future. You learn this and then you'll be settled. There's nothing. Like you wake up tomorrow, there will be some technology that would have revolutionized so many careers, right? For example, what happened with ChatGPT? Just one night, we were like, the world still goes on, obviously, but we don't know what is going to work. So the only thing that's going to work is that if a child likes learning, he or she can learn anything. So through a lot of iterations, because we started as a very nature program, right? We started with a bird walk, fun intended, and then we slowly evolved to be, can we include academics because it's having good effect on children. So now we have morphed into an entire year-long curriculum, right? So the core essence is, it will always be nature because she's a phenomenal teacher. Sweet. But then, can a child be curious? So curiosity is something like a puzzle. There are few puzzles that's already kept, solved. And then all you have to do is put rest of the puzzle. That's curiosity, right? You pick and then you finish the puzzle. Yeah. So the entire aspect is, can we give them a little bit of information? Can a child solve more?
That puzzle?
Yeah. That's curiosity for us. Sure. So through these iteration, we have arrived at a position where can a child, so our assessment itself is like that. There is knowledge assessment where we see how is their understanding on each concept go, because we have mapped 60% of science and social science from 6th, 7th, 8th, right? So we are seeing knowledge bit. So we are seeing the another bit of, is a child starting to like learning? Is he or she asking more questions? Is he or she more engaging? Which is the major component.
So important.
Yeah, that's right. That's going to save him.
Absolutely.
He can become an engineer, lawyer, judge, IAS officer, civil servant. Yeah. Just that you have to have the eagerness to learn something, right?
Keep asking questions.
Keep asking questions. And then the another bit is he or she becoming a little more responsible. Is he or she liking more nature? Is he or she going to take some action? Right. So these are the three components. It evolved as and when we grew, as and when we started meeting a lot of people, and being on ground with a child and then knowing what he or she needs has helped a lot. So we don't come from research background, or we don't even come from, we don't have B.Ed degree. So we are not educator by degree. But then we were in and out on ground to see, what's working for a child, what's not working for a child. Very nice. So that has helped a lot in making a program where it's child-centered, because we observe the child. That's on the programmatic level. That organization level on challenges is that whenever I told someone that we teach science through nature, we teach science through trees, geography through rocks, they have looked at me and saw if I'm from Mars. Like, is that even real? Seriously?
Is that even possible?
Is that even possible? Are you?
Ironical part is that's how it should have been.
Exactly.
How else would you learn geography if it's not from rocks?
No, I think a lot of people have learned it, they've just mucked up the answers, right? Because it's always been that. Like even me, when I was growing up, for me, science was nothing to do with my life around me. It was all to, and that's why I scored really bad in science. If I had you both then, I would have probably
I
been
think
a
that's
scientist
something.
by now.
That's something I think I keep telling Sai. Like I didn't have all this back when I was in school.
Sure, yeah.
And like I wish I was there doing like all these opportunities you're giving to children. I
Sure.
wish I was in your school when I was a kid. Because it's so fun. They have slam out loud. They have all.
Yeah.
It's just like
There's so much
they
more.
have dance. They're learning how to play. Bro.
Yeah.
ನಾನು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೆ?
True, I agree.
Despite her loving school, she's like, can I become a child again?
Exactly.
Despite. Then imagine
spite,
us
I know, right?
who are like, oh, school.
That is so cool, yeah. That's so cool. I love the energy that you bring to our school. Thank you.
Yeah, so every time I tell we teach children through nature, it was difficult for them to comprehend. They
Sure.
thought, okay, are you from Mars too? Are you sure you're earthy? And
Yeah.
that's why I designed nature-based program. But then that got solved when I started bringing educators, people in education inside classroom to see what's actually happening. And none of them questioned after that. They were like, wow. Seriously, can geography be fun?
Yeah.
There's one lady who had come to ASV only, and after that she's like, geography can be fun.
Wow.
Was I scammed during my childhood?
Yeah,
and
definitely
Mrunali chose not to speak, not to comment.
100%.
So yeah, so bringing people to witness what happens inside classroom
Right.
worked for us. That's why we sent you, when we pitched about our program to you, 18-pager and
Yeah,
still tell
13.
that's 13-pager. because I had that experience when people were not able to imagine.
But what I meant by 13 pages was, I just had that number in my head. Nothing less, nothing more. I think it was, really put forward.
Yeah,
well.
it was just
we
maybe
didn't
my
evaluate-
insecurity because I was rejected so many times. I think, what? Seriously?
Not at all. Not at all.
So we had put lesson plans, illustration,
It was
everything
good.
inside. That's it. For an adult who had not a nature connect while growing up,
Right.
and then I go tell this is what happens.
Right.
It's difficult for them to imagine. Now that we have data, we are showing them, okay, this from this much they have gone to 45% more of understanding. Now we have the data after a year of working.
I think you both are doing such a fantastic job in terms of sparking that curiosity, because I've seen that. That's one thing that I wish I had when I was growing up, because see, we had access to DVDs, CDs of science and geography and outer space and physics, all of that, right? They would play it to us. I would watch it. I'd be like, what is happening? And I'm like, okay, maybe I was like a dumb kid. Probably I wouldn't call myself dumb. Dull kid. I wasn't curious enough. But I think that curiosity, when you build that with children, they will naturally gravitate towards asking questions. They'll be more interested to learn about something. And thank you for doing that. I think that's a great thing from Thicket Tales.